Hello, everybody. This is Big Boss Calvin 83. You know what? I'm going to talk about this. I talked about this before, and the topic of this video, today's video, happy Sunday anyway. Stop using biology and evolution as a fucking excuse for defending people's bad behavior. Basically, the title of this video is going to be, it's not in a woman's nature. It's not in a woman's nature. And stop using evolution as an excuse to justify a woman's bad behavior and people's bad behaviors, period. You understand what I'm saying? Let's talk about this. Now, as far as I'm concerned, the stuff that you people are saying in my last video in response to Kent, the response video to Kent on rejection, I noticed it's coming from a lot of guys. It's not coming from the women. It's coming from a lot of guys who are not real, who don't get it. Well, it's in a woman's nature to get with a man with a lot of money. It's in a woman's nature to seek an alpha male. You guys sound fucking retarded when you say that. To me, you're not a man who says that. I don't care how cool we are. I don't care who you are, if you like me or dislike me. You are a pussy with male. You are a man fucking gina. You are a man gina. Because that's a man gina statement. Only man ginas justify only man ginas talk that bullshit of evolution and biology to justify a woman's wrongdoing when it comes to making bad decisions or choosing men who she knows ain't no damn good for her and society. And because when a woman gets with a thug, in particular, a no good asshole, a jerk, an effeminate male, you have terrible offspring, and you have a terrible society. You have bad people who should not be breeding. I don't mean to sound like a eugenics that I'm a eugenicist. I guess I hope I said it right. A eugenicist. I'm not into eugenics. I'm against eugenics. But come on, when you got poor people, when you have terrible people, you got bad people breeding, you're going to get a terrible society and a bad fucking nation. And you're going to get a bad fucking planet. When toxic people get together and breed and have offspring, you have nothing more than a cycle of ignorance, of evil continuing. That's why we are in the situation that we are in. That's why we're in the situation that we are in right now. Excuse me. It's because women have been given all the choice and all the say so. Women are the choosers anyway, but women have been put on the fucking pedestal while men are being suppressed down. Women can do whatever the fuck they want to do, and they're never held accountable and responsible for their bad decisions. And not only that, they're never accountable nor responsible for picking the men that they fucking choose that dog them out and fuck them over. And not only that, while these bitches are doing that, and yeah, I said it, these bitches are deliberately forcing good guys with men who have good hearts, who are kind, loving, sweet, and caring, and strong, and will actually benefit a woman, and actually benefit society. Men like myself can actually benefit the fucking world. Don't mean to sound arrogant, nor toot my own horn, beep beep. But when you got women purposely forcing good men to be alone for guys who are no good, all because these guys, she perceives these males to have to have this so-called this I don't know how to describe it in words, but I'm going to describe it as these testosterone dysfunctional fake tough guys, these fucking thugs. And these women love these fake ass alpha male, so-called alpha male types who got wealth and power, and they're just blatant bullies and just domineering and they fuck with people. And they throw men underneath the damn bus to get pussy. That's not a man to me. So y'all need to stop it, okay? You guys need to stop saying that dumb shit. Well, it was in a woman's nature. You obviously don't know. You obviously do not know evolution nor understand biology. First of all, that we have been programmed to like certain things. What we are attracted to, with the exception of myself. Because I'm conscious and I see through the matrix. I'm not attracted to fake ass women with big ass and titties. To be honest with you, I've never been into that. Yeah, y'all know I like feet, but most of these broads who got big ass and big has a huge ass and huge titties and who are fucking pencil thin and got blonde blue eyes. Let's be real. It's the European. This society is dominated. It's very This society is Eurocentric. Okay, and I have to call it for what it is. And most of these women who are these fucking fake ass models have got fucked up feet anyway, so I can't fuck with them. Some guy said in the comment section, "Well, you wouldn't go with a water buffalo woman with nasty feet." First of all, let me just debunk this bullshit. There are actually, to be honest with you, there are women who are plain Jane, who are not so attractive, who have better looking feet and take better care of their fucking feet than these pretty girls, than these so-called hot, attractive women, these fake ass model type women of no fucking substance. You know, these so-called attractive women that most of you guys have been programmed to worship. Most of them, I'm not attracted to those type of women, let me finish my thoughts. You know, most of the women who I came across, they didn't have no substance. They were never conscience. They were never awake to anything. They don't know what's going on in the fucking world. They don't have no morality, and they don't know what's the difference is between a right and a wrong. They don't know what is good and what is evil. And not only that, they got fucked up feet. They don't got attractive feet. They got ugly feet. Most of these pretty girls got fucked up feet. From my experience, your experience might be different to the footmen out there. But I've never been attracted to a woman who's ultra thin and got big ass and big titties. These Barbie doll types of females. Never been into them. I've never been attracted to that, really. Never have. I thought that's what you were supposed to like, but when I got older, and as I matured, and as I got more conscious and got more disrespect from these bitches, and, you know, it's a blessing in disguise. The more I saw them being rude to me, mean to me, disrespectful, and nasty towards me, and condescending, and just ultra rude for no fucking reason, because I'm not like Ken. I'm not a pretty boy. I'm not a bad boy. I'm not a fucking thug. I'm not this wealthy elite guy who got wealth and power and is very corrupt and very narcissistic. Most of these bitches are narcissistic and crazy as hell. You follow what I'm saying? So my thing is, yeah, I like a woman with pretty feet, okay? But here's the difference. That's in a woman's control. She can control that. She might not control the size of her feet. Now, me, I like a woman who got a shoe size, 9 and up. I'm back. So basically, on the subject of, most Barbie doll type of females, most of these so-called pretty girls, really don't have no substance. They got a false sense of entitlement. They've been placed on a fucking pedestal. And they've been praised as goddesses when there's no such thing as a goddess. You understand? But if I didn't say it once, but back on the subject, when it comes to a woman taking care of herself, let me tell you something. When that is within her control, like in terms of women getting her nails done, making sure her nails are clean, healthy. Same with her toenails. Same with her toes. That's within her control. Now, when it comes to what's out of her control, is, if they're big or small. Can't choose that. But she can maintain them to look attractive. That's some basic shit right there. Same with men can maintain their hands and feet, keep themselves clean. Same with women, keep themselves clean, make sure their hygiene is on fucking point. That's all I'm saying. Now, if you choose not to do that, if you choose not to wash your ass, if you choose to let yourself go and don't do anything in your life and not about shit, you choose to be ignorant to the fucking world, then, you shouldn't, then, which is, then I don't know what else to say. Then really you can't, if you're a person that chooses not to better your life and choose not to make your life a better place for yourself and other people, then if you're the type of person that doesn't do that, and most people don't do that, then you can't complain about your situation. Now, because hygiene, that's within your control. Unless you can afford, if you can't afford soap and you're homeless, that's totally a different story. And I can sympathize with you on that. But most people can buy soap. They can buy cologne, perfume, make themselves look good. Keep their nails, can't keep their hands clean, keep their feet clean, keep their body parts clean. On the real. Now, when it turns to people having a weight problem like myself, that's out of my control. Especially if you take fucking medicine. It doesn't matter how many times you work out and all that stuff. There's stuff in the food. There's been poisons in the food that causes obesity. You know what I'm saying? Even if I ate vegetables, if they're not organic, I'm screwed. Anybody's screwed. Anybody who suffers from obesity. So, anybody who suffers from that, right? There's nothing they can really do. Now, if you eat processed food and you know that can cause more damage, and you eat all kinds of junk food, and you choose not to be active, choose not to have fun, choose not to enjoy your life, and you're a couch potato and watching all kinds of bullshit on TV, on television, you choose not to learn and gain knowledge. My thing is this: it all starts within. Yeah, I think a person who can better their intelligence can better their body. A person who can get substance, and that makes them beautiful on the inside, and that makes them beautiful on the outside. But if a person who's not conscious and chooses to be ignorant, knowing that they can get knowledge and chooses not to attain that knowledge, chooses not to have substance within their character, to develop the character, choose not to have morals, right? Then, like most of you people out there do, shallow and superficial, want something for nothing. You want someone to have this X, Y, Z, especially women. Women want men to be tall, light, and handsome. If they want a dark man, that means a tan. They don't mean dark skin. They don't want no dark skin. Most women don't. Due to Caucasian supremacy, has been told that if a person is dark skin is unattractive, which is bullshit. Tall, light, handsome women. That's what most women, have a lot of money, have all these material things, and it's all about money and giving money, having money, having status, and they think that's gonna get women. A lot of women been taught by society in the world and stupid ass parents and family members, especially by stupid women in their family, that's important when it's not. Knowing your rights as a person. Your natural rights and your civil rights is important, but more so your natural rights. Knowing your rights as a human being, your human rights is very important to me. If you don't know that, you're screwed. If you choose to be ignorant and forsake your rights, forsake your humanity for money, then you're a piece of shit. You understand what I'm telling you? Having morals. If you have no morals, I can't respect you. If you have no integrity, I can't respect you. If you don't have no character, no sense of self, no substance within your character of who you are, your own identity, what you stand for, what you believe in, what you're about, knowing who you are and develop yourself to be who you need to be, not just what you want to be who you need to fucking be. If you choose not to do that, I can't fuck with you. I can't fuck with you. And that's to your women out there. Now, if women hold that same belief and it's like-minded and it's compatibility, and we can love each other and treat each other the way we want to be treated with respect, kindness, and love and compassion, then that's important. That should be important. That should be important with everybody. A good personality, that should be extra important. Having a good heart, that should be very important. But most people don't have a good heart. Most people want the superficial bullshit. Now, y'all can, to the person who said, well, you wouldn't date a woman who's a water buffalo but had nasty feet. First of all, like I said, she don't take care of her feet. I can't fuck with her. But now, if she's doing her best, I can sympathize with her. Now, because from my experience, most of the women who are not so attractive, like 4 and 5s, got better looking feet than the so-called 9s, so-called 8 and 9s and 10s even, and that's pathetic. You know, I mean, women being stuck up superficial, artificial, materialistic bitches. You think a pretty girl, a Barbie doll type of chick is like that? Most, from my experience, me being 32 years old and about to be 33 in June, most of the women who are mean, evil, nasty, condescending, rude, stuck up bitches who will fastly, aggressively attack you, try to hurt you, try to harm you, and try to hurt your feelings and start all kinds of bullshit with you, are the unattractive women, are the ugly chicks. Ugly chicks are the biggest shit starters. They're the biggest feminists out there. You know, they talk about objectification, but if they had a chance to be beautiful and attractive, guess what? They would take advantage of the situation, then complain and blame us men for the reason why there's a beauty standard. The reason why there's a beauty standard because another woman set the beauty standard, not the man. The man approved it. You know, a woman is the first teacher of the child. The way a woman presents herself to her sons, the way she dresses, the way she carries herself, the way she acts, and what she wears, and how she conducts herself as a woman. That when that boy sees that, especially that boy, that's the woman that he's gonna desire when he gets older. If a girl sees her mother doing the same thing, carrying herself or behaving a certain way, and being taught certain things, how to be a woman, she's gonna emulate that, likely. Parents grow up, not parents, what am I saying? Kids grow up to be their mother and father. So same with a boy who sees his father. Same with a boy who sees his father sees a man being productive, being about shit, having a purpose in life, and having morals and integrity, not being a fucking slave, not chasing money, not being a simp to women, kissing women's asses and putting them on pedestals. If a boy sees that, then he's gonna be a fucking male bitch. Okay? But if a boy sees his father being a man, being about shit, having character, having integrity, having morals, standing for something, being his own man, being strong and independent, and being true to himself and standing by his word, because when a man stands for his word, that means something. When that boy sees that, he's going to become that same exact man. And same with a girl that sees her father being a certain way, that same exact way. However the father is, she's going to gravitate towards that. There's a saying that most girls grow up to be their fucking go for guys who are like their fathers. I disagree with that to a certain extent. You know, Because no, because most of these girls grow up without their fathers for whatever the reason why he's not there. Most of the time, the mom don't want the father in the kid's life, boy, son and daughter. So how can these girls? So when society says that bullshit, well, girls grow when they grow up, they seek men to be like their fathers. That's bullshit. Because my thing is this: if there's no father in the fucking picture, then how in the hell can she gravitate to the dad? If the dad's never been there since day one, how can she seek that? So that's another form of not taking personal accountability and responsibility for a woman picking the type of man that she chooses. That's what I have a problem with with you people out there always using evolution, biology. It's in her nature. It is bullshit, because even though there's some truth, if a woman sees a positive and negative image, she's going to gravitate towards that. Same with her son. Nobody talks about when boys grow up to be men, they seek women who are like their mothers too. Or they avoid, or they do the opposite, or avoid. If a woman was a bitch, if the boy had a mother who was a bitch, the boy would when he becomes a man, he would avoid that. Same with the daughter who sees her father. If her father was an asshole or controlling or abusive, she might gravitate or pick that type of man, or she might avoid it. But most women, most girls that grow up to be women, lost my train of thought. When they see a man who's productive and on point, who has a good heart, nice and kind, about shit and has a purpose, they avoid that guy. Who especially if he's at the head of the household. You know why? Because in the school system, girls are taught that when men are the enemy, men are bad. If a man's who's masculine in tune with his masculinity, that they avoid that man. A man who, especially if he has self-confidence, women avoid that shit. That's why I tell you guys that confidence is bullshit. Confidence only works on women and attracts women if the woman already likes you and is attracted to you already. If a woman is not attracted to you and doesn't like you as a man, no amount of confidence is going to get her to like you. So that's all I'm saying. Most girls are taught to avoid men. They're told that they don't need a man. Men are the enemy. Men are abusers, child molesters, rapists. That's what feminists tell girls, that men are the enemy. Men are the oppressors. And that's bullshit. And that's not true. Most women oppress other women. Most women oppress other men because the powers that be, due to the gynocentric autostric society, the powers that be, since we don't live in a matriarchy, we don't live in a patriarchy, we live in an autocracy. So the powers that be, the oligarchs, tell who support feminists like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, especially the Rockefellers, support a woman's agenda. They promote gynocentrism, female privilege. Okay? They condition women that men are the enemy and that they should be a slave and they should seek Big Daddy. Women don't want men; they want the state. They want to follow the state. They want to be on the state side because they think the state is going to look out for them and give a fuck about them. And that's not true. The state don't care about you. The government, society is conditioning us. The powers that be are telling men and women, and even different cultures and different ethnicities, that you need to rely on the state to take care of you. You need to be dependent on the state. You need to be dependent on the government. Let the government take care of you. Don't be independent. Don't be your own person. Don't think for yourself. Don't have your own. No. Give up your freedom. Give up your rights. So we'll take care of you. When you forsake your freedom and you forsake your rights, for safety, you don't deserve neither one, and you will not get it, and you will be oppressed and be a fucking slave to the powers that be. Okay? I hope I made sense. Now, when people say, oh, it's in our nature or it's in the man's nature, no, we've been programmed. Our attractions have been indoctrinated. We have been programmed to like certain things, like and dislike certain things within each other. No, society has programmed us men that we should seek a woman who's thin and have big titties and a big fat ass. Women are taught that you should seek a man who's tall and handsome and light with a tan and has a lot of money and knows how to and has some swag and will be a fucking slave to. Or women have been taught that you don't need a man. You don't need a man. Go rely on the government and get her so-called government handouts to take care of you, and then we'll call you lazy and throw it in your fucking face and blame you for the reason why the economy's fucked up. That's what they do. That's what these criminal elites do. The powers that be do. Now, if they want to make a fat person sexy, if they promote fat people to be sexy, everybody be trying to be fat. Okay? Now, it's like with women, they're trying to promote fat women to be sexy. Plus size women. BBW. But they don't do that with men. They don't try to promote fat men and plus size men. I don't understand that. BBM. But they want men who are thin and got muscles. And that's a double standard when it comes to the so-called beauty standard. You know, it's not evolution. You know, when they show men being tough and being a bad boy, being a fucking thug, that's the alpha male. That's conditioning by your school system and by the media. And other forms of programming that's in society. We are a programmed species. Just like men are taught, you know, like I said, go for the Barbie. Don't go for a regular woman, you know, a regular everyday woman, you know, with, you know, that has a decent size of tits and a regular size round ass. You know, they don't cater to, you know, it's funny, they don't cater to men who got foot fetishes. You know, they don't tell us, and they don't give us a beauty standard for that. They don't give women a beauty standard for that, really. Because if a man likes feet, it's weird. If people like feet, it's weird. If a man doesn't like tits and ass, but he likes something else, he's considered strange and weird. But women can like whatever they like. And that's crazy to me. Women are taught, no, big daddies, the government will take care of you. You don't need a man. Get on welfare. Or get a man who's tall, light, with a tan, that's also, and handsome. And who's athletic and got a lot of money and got some swag and knows how to curate drama, who's dominant. And I mean, when I mean by dominant, I mean a man who's testosterone a testosterone dysfunctional jerk who acts like a tough guy and bullies people and fucks with people and beats up on people and even beats up on women. And women like that kind of guy because you watch soap operas, you watch the books and the magazines and the movies in Hollywood. That's what they promote. They promote the bad boy. They promote the thug. Men who got wealth and power. And that's what women are told to go for. And men are told to go for a woman who looks good. And that's why you got true force loneliness. All I'm going to tell you, people, stop using biology, stop using evolution, and it's in the person's nature to justify people's bad behavior and why they do what they do and make bad decisions or be selfish and mean to other people and treat them like shit. Stop doing that. We have been told to treat people like shit. We're told to be selfish. We're told to be mean. We're told to be hurt people, cut their throats, hurt their feelings, and you'll feel better about yourself. And bully other people and take advantage of them, rob, rape, steal, kill. And you're the man or you're the woman. And then when that backfires, when that person has enough of your bullying and your disrespect and your hostility and you being mean to them, they're sick and tired of you being mean to them and passively aggressively abusing the fuck out of them, when they kill you, Don't complain and don't cry why they did it. You brought that on yourself. You brought it on yourself. So basically, in the bottom line, people, get your head out of your fucking ass and stop using so-called nature to justify evil. Like I said before in the past, women want to justify going for a man with a lot of money. It's in her nature. Well, guess what? Practicing hypergamy is not. It's not in your nature. You're nothing more than a fucking whore. Because I can say in a man's nature to have sex with a lot of women and not be monogamous, and even rape a woman, and even beat up on and overpower and dominate a woman. But that's considered misandry. That's not misandry. That's considered misogyny. But when it's okay for you women to practice your misandry and see men as fucking slaves and serve you, but you don't want to serve him. And the only time you do something for him is to your fucking benefit. All I'm going to say in this video, stop being so situational and stop being so damn selfish, people. Stop using biology, evolution, or it's in we're hardwired, it's in our nature to do evil things. How come we don't use that argument to do good things? Stop using that stop using it's in your nature, it's in your biology, evolution to justify bad decisions and be evil and mean to other people and hurt them and even harm them and kill them and bully them. That's wrong. Stop it. It's not in your nature. You've been programmed to think that way. And that's all I'm going to say. You've been programmed to be shallow, superficial, fake, and materialistic. And that's why the world is going to hell. We are in hell because of people like you. Wake up and get your head out of your fucking ass. You have control. You can think for yourself. You have discipline. Start treating people the way you want to be treated. Stop being selfish. Stop being greedy. Stop being mean. Stop bullying people. Stop fucking with people. And stop cutting other people's throats to get ahead in life. You will never make it that way. All you're doing is burning your bridges and creating your own fucking killers. Wake up. I'm out. Use your head. Think. Peace.